Welcome to the Happy Workaholic Podcast. I'm your host, Kellyanne Gorman. Over the past 20 years, I've worked in beauty, luxury, corporate, and service-driven industries. I created the opportunity in these careers and in my own businesses that allowed me to travel the world, experience once-in-a-lifetime events, and build brands while providing my expertise to clients all around the globe. Life is short, and when you're given a second chance, you better believe I'm going to take it, celebrate it, and share it with you. This show is intended to elevate your mind, upgrade your business, enhance your life, and become part of a positive and uplifting community. If you're ready to take your business and life to that next level you deserve to be at, this is the show for you. Inspiration, motivation, and determination are what got me to where I am today. Tune in every week to hear from myself, other entrepreneurs, professional patients, small business owners, and fellow podcasters who will be featured on the show. I'm here to remind you to work hard, share your story, follow your dreams, and never, ever give up. Thanks for taking the time to subscribe to the Happy Workaholic Podcast. Today's episode starts now. Today, I'm sharing a conversation I had with Jessica Yarbrough. She is somebody that has quickly developed a reputation of being one of the best business strategists and marketing and sales consultants for entrepreneurs who want to sell high-value products and services. Her background is in international business, and she has built multiple companies. Jessica is a complete genius at showing entrepreneurs how to build an expert platform, rapidly raise their value, build their credibility online, and attract high-paying clients. If this is the type of content that you've been searching for, you guys are going to love this conversation. Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Happy Workaholic Podcast. Today, as you just heard, I gave a wonderful description of Jessica Yarbrough, and she is here for our Leverage Your LinkedIn series. So we are going to get the scoop on what she does for work, how she got into her career, and how she is utilizing LinkedIn and leveraging it to the best of her capability. So welcome to the show, Jessica. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on, Kellyanne.
My pleasure. So can you give us a little story, a little background of how you got into the business that you're in right now, your coaching business?
Sure. Well, my background was in marketing. I had actually consulted for over 10 years, took a little hiatus and became a yoga teacher, traveled the world, got pregnant with my daughter, and came full circle back to consulting. So really to give me that freedom to work from anywhere and kind of do life on my terms. So I went right back into done for you services, but I had so many friends around me, especially women, and moms that had asked, like, how are you doing this? How did you go from this like traveling yogi, to a really successful consultant? Will you teach us? And so I got the call to be a teacher, and I started giving them exactly what they wanted, which was training them and empowering them with the tools and skills for them to actually translate their background, their experience into a really profitable online business.
I love that. And I also love that you created something that needed to exist and that people were asking for. I do that as well. And I just feel like you're so in alignment when things fall into place like that. And something that I read on your website, actually, because I love doing my research, is that the type of client that you really love working with is somebody that is also passionate with helping others, and they provide a valuable service. So I see a lot of coaches online where they just take every client, but you literally spell it out on your website. And I really love that because it's like no questions asked. Like, answer yes or no. If this is you, like, let's hop on a call and move forward. If it's not, like, we're not the right fit. Can you just explain how you got to that point where you only accept this type of client, and how maybe you can give a tip where other coaches online are just taking everybody, where you really should just separate yourselves and really work with the type of client that is just as passionate about what you're doing?
Sure. I mean, I think it's a common problem because a lot of people make the jump into coaching thinking it's easy money, and they're in for a rude awakening with the fact that entrepreneurship is not everybody would be doing it. And so what we have a lot of people who come onto the scene as coaches that have no business experience, or maybe they tried another kind of coaching and then they weren't successful at it, so they decided to coach coaches on business. And that's where I see a lot more people in that desperate state where they don't have any social proof, kind of grabbing clients, taking people's money, even though they know that they really aren't a fit. And so you have to be very, very mindful of that and understand that your brand reputation is on the line. And the reason why I'm so successful today is because I have such incredible case studies. And the reason why I have them is because I made sure to not only carefully vet who I take on as a client and make sure that they're going to listen to me and take action, and they're qualified, they have the skills and the same values as me. But also, I'm really committed to getting them results. And so another place people fall short is not only are they enrolling just anyone who have no business being in their programs, they are also so busy on trying to get more that they fail on the delivery side. Mm-hmm. So I call these like churn and burn models. Mm-hmm. And you see that a lot where they're just like, give me more clients. And they want to 10x their business. They want to, grow so fast that they do it at the detriment to the people that have actually handed over their money. And so you as a coach are obligated to do everything in your power to make sure your clients get results. You can't guarantee it because you can't make them do things, but you have to make sure it's in-depth enough and has enough accountability and coaching and mentoring so that they are actually getting results. And that's going to help you attract more clients, of the right clients.
I love that. And something else that you have on your YouTube channel, as well as all over your LinkedIn, are video testimonials. And I think that's so important. That's actually something that I'm missing right now. I'm so good with getting all of my reviews and testimonials. And with my new website launch coming up in, I don't even know when that's happening now, but I was planning to do all of my testimonials in video. And I love that you use that as a marketing tool as well, and just show, like, look at these amazing success stories all over your LinkedIn. I love that.
Yeah, video is really, really powerful. Mm-hmm. There's nothing quite like capturing someone's story and the emotion behind it. Mm-hmm. And you can tell the authenticity and that sense of conviction behind who they are. And there's a deeper sense of trust that comes with those that you just don't get with written. Because unfortunately, the reality is there's plenty of people out there who are not true. But I find that those people quickly are outed, so to speak, and don't stay in business very long. So that's the good news.
Exactly. And you coach all different type of entrepreneurs. So you have matchmakers and healers and educators and different coaches and authors. So by showing those testimonials and that video content on LinkedIn, it makes you more relatable, but also shows like how good you are at what you do, because you can coach such a variety of different entrepreneurs, and not a lot of people can do that.
Yes, thank you. The methodology for building that I use and have created for building an expert business, it really applies to across industries. And, I try to distinguish myself from, I'm not a coach coaching other coaches on coaching, right? Mm-hmm. There's like a stigma behind it. I'm not sure why there's a stigma, but for some reason people don't like it. But, it's why I broaden my reach. And I really try to help anybody who wants to translate the knowledge, skills, and experience they have into, a training program, a mentoring program, because it is applicable. It's applicable across industries.
And something that you mentioned earlier about mindset, I'm a huge believer in the power of the mind and mindset. And I just feel like, especially now with everything going on in the world, so many more people are going to jump on the internet and become a quote unquote entrepreneur. And yes, in my opinion, just going through like my own journey and like failed businesses and amazingly successful businesses and where I am now, if I didn't get my mindset right, number one, there is no way in hell I would be where I am right now. And I feel like that's not talked about enough, especially being somebody like in the digital space and being an entrepreneur online. I just feel like now we're kind of talking about it, but I love that you say that a lot because it is so important. Can you kind of just touch on that a little bit?
Yes, mindset has a huge component to your ability to succeed. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. You're going to get pushback from your family and friends, most likely, around doing it. You're going to have society telling you not to do it. You're going to have to put yourself out there in a way and invite others to be your own best cheerleader, which is pretty hard for most people. And when you do that, that opens you up into being vulnerable. It opens you up into rejection. So all of these things are what a new entrepreneur is facing. And so mindset is so important, being able to navigate those challenges and continue to forge ahead. And then as you grow your business and you face what I call CEO growing pains, different challenges appear, and your ability to tackle those with a positive mindset and pivot and just make adjustments and let go of failures and everything else that is going to happen to everyone in some way, shape, or form are going to be key for you really just bypassing everybody else in your industry in terms of growth and success.
Now, something else I wanted to ask you before, because we've rescheduled this recording, was about how you are organized with your travel, business travel specifically, because I know that you do travel and you do events. But now I want to ask you, since we're kind of all staying put at the moment, I'm a huge organizer and I love creating schedules and all of that. And as a busy mom and an entrepreneur and somebody who's running your business, can you give our listeners a couple tips of how you stay organized, or maybe some things with your schedule that you do so that you time block with your children, or you only have set work hours, or what are some of your favorite skills that you implement into your day?
Well, I definitely have my entire calendar booked out for the year, and including my coaching call schedule. So I meet with my clients 52 weeks a year,
Mm-hmm.
and I have and it takes a long time. The planning is in the front end,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't mean that I can't shift depending on what's happening in the world or what the group needs, but I have everything dialed in so that we have a GPS, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
to make sure everybody gets to where they need to go at the end of the year. So spending a lot of time planning, mapping out my events, for my own energy, making sure that I have enough of a buffer between events. So I run 6 events a year, and I do those during the school year.
Mm-hmm.
I try to leave my summers open as far as events go, so that's travel time when my daughter's out of school. And I also leave December's pretty open because historically that's a very slow time for my market, since most of them have children.
Mm-hmm.
And I spend my energy on January. So just like understanding the market and scheduling around all of that is key. I have set hours. I try to take at least a half day, if not a full day, off on Fridays, and then just make sure everybody fits into the schedule that I have, and I have boundaries with my clients. All of that. I mean, you have to set. It's not about redesigning your life around your business. It's around designing your life, or your life, or your business around your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get to determine your hours. You get to determine everything.
And that is something new that I did this year, was my whole year at a glance. I have multiple calendars, but I love looking at the whole year now. Like I kind of like, and I've heard you say this a couple times, like reverse engineer. And I'm obsessed with that because it just keeps me more on my toes. And then I can see like, okay, well, where can I plug everything in now? How many clients do I even want to work with this year? And I love seeing it right in front of me. Like shout out to Office Depot where I got that amazing laminated calendar.
Yes, I mean, you're absolutely right. You not only need to do it with your time and with your schedule, but if you know your numbers, and so many entrepreneurs, they don't know their numbers,
Yeah.
Especially when they're under, 150, 200,000. It's like getting really clear on what are your numbers. You can start to optimize your business, especially when you get over the $350,000 to $500,000 mark, where you can look and say, okay, now I know what's working, what's not. I know how much it costs to acquire a person. I know, I have to spend this much money. I'm going to have to do this many calls in order to get that one perfect client. And
Mm-hmm.
then you can start to really understand how this is all working. And it becomes a lot easier to predict, and creates a lot more certainty for the business owner.
I love that you said that, because I see so many people in the online space coming out of certain programs and they're given this formula of, okay, you're going to make X amount of dollars, you're going to charge X amount of numbers, and it's just, they're not given the next step. Like, how do they do that? And you can see that in everything that's being presented. And I feel that by, reverse engineering and just doing it with the calendar system and mapping everything out, you're in such a better spot.
Absolutely. And I recommend, using some kind of project management tool. My team uses Asana, and that way you can track projects, you can
Mm-hmm.
track your client's progress. Everything is housed in there. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of apps and organization and all that. I don't think I could do anything without any tools. Like, you just really can't. I mean, I had it written down for a while, but now I have a lot of things online as well. That way I can run around and have access to it, whether it's paper or digital, and then have everybody else involved. Yeah. So let's dive into LinkedIn. So when did you get on LinkedIn?
I mean, I guess I had a LinkedIn account way back when, like everybody did. I had a job like 15 years ago. I started actively using LinkedIn, I believe 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
where I got more and more serious about it over the last year, and have really focused on building a highly curated network of people that are my ideal clients, and creating a lot of relevancy and intimacy with those people.
Now, what do you think that you've heard or that you see are, say, like 2 or 3 of the most common, except for the resume one, misconceptions of LinkedIn? Because as a LinkedIn coach, I hear them all day, all night. So I want to hear your 2 cents.
Sure. I mean, people think LinkedIn's just for old people. I've certainly had some of my peers say that. It was so funny. I was literally hosting my retreat a couple weeks ago with my highest paying clients. Like, my top people pay a lot of money to be in my inner circle. And I looked around the room and I said, everyone or single person around this room, around this table, came from LinkedIn. And that's powerful
Mm-hmm.
in and of itself. So I I think a misconception is everybody's old or it's kind of dinosaur, platform or archaic. And really LinkedIn is the best, I think, business platform out there. Best for
Mm-hmm.
social media marketing. People there are serious. It's a lot easier to connect with people who are serious about their business than it is on Facebook. So I'm a huge fan of it. And this not only goes for my top level clients, but for all of my clients. A lot of them are coming from LinkedIn.
I agree. And a lot of when I first started marketing heavily on there, I was living in Las Vegas and I had a luxury travel company. And it was probably about a month before. I mean, I've been on LinkedIn, I think, for 12 years, but really went hard like 5 years ago. And everyone was contacting me because I was the girl in Vegas that could get all these things done. And I was just in an industry that was kind of untouchable, which was private aviation. And then when I saw that all come into fruition and deals going through left and right and meeting like people from all around the world from LinkedIn, I'm like, this would never happen on Facebook. Like, this is the spot. And then I just kept marketing on there. And then I got access to published posts when that wasn't even like a thing yet. Now it's like insane how LinkedIn has evolved and people truly understand like the power of it just by, sending a nice connection request, like with a little note saying, showing rather that you're actually a person rather than the spam that we're getting all day, all night.
Yes. Well, and what's interesting is even though you and I, because we're like embedded in it,
Yeah.
all this content, if you look at the sheer number of users, I was reading a report that recently came out, the number of users compared to those actually creating content is astonishing. So as an influencer, as someone who desires to be an influencer, and I'm not talking about a Grant Cardone or a Gary Vee, you can be a micro influencer, which is what I teach my clients to do.
Mm-hmm.
The opportunity is so enormous if you can just be present and execute, because there's a lot more people who are consuming rather than creating. There's a lot of people that are like lurking and watching versus standing up and saying, I am the leader, I am the expert.
Mm-hmm.
I found a way, I've got the way, I can help you, follow me.
And I believe there's something for everyone and opportunity is everywhere. And I've always said that. And you just never know who's been watching you. I've had clients that have reached out to me. They're my clients now and they've been watching me for a year or two and I had no idea. And they would say things to me. I'm like, oh my God, I posted that like 2.5 years ago. They're like, I've been following you for that long. And then they approach me and I'm like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Like if I didn't just keep going, if I didn't just always be putting out content and being real and just like wanting to connect with people and just share a story, there's just opportunity everywhere. And I think so many people are still like so afraid of it, especially with LinkedIn.
Right. Well, I think they just don't know how to interact. And LinkedIn is still, I think, trying to find its way. It is behind the curve in terms of like usability, and they're trying to catch up and rolling out new features, and it still has its limitations. But it's still there for you, and there's a lot of people on there who need help. And they turn to a place like LinkedIn because it is obviously more reliable than going to Facebook, where you have a lot of people with a lot of pictures.
A lot of pictures.
There is a lot of that. And so I feel like you have a lot less of that. You don't see people posing with Lamborghinis on LinkedIn. What you do see is people who are seasoned experts and they have demonstrated success giving value, and you don't see as much of that. It's very much not that there isn't value on Facebook, but there is a lot more of a push towards image than you ever see on LinkedIn.
Oh, absolutely. And do you have the live feature yet?
I do. I was like one of the first people to get it.
Oh my gosh.
And it's incredible. It's an incredible feature, and hopefully that they'll roll it out to everyone. I know they're still probably trying to troubleshoot everything. It's a major upgrade, right, to get all these accounts through the process, but it's a really amazing feature.
And then I saw they're rolling out stories soon. So I guess it was it last year or in the fall, where they gave story access to college students. So they were doing it in groups?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I know that they did upgrade groups recently, so now you have a little bit more flexibility with groups, which is good. But I recently created an event. You can't like go live in the event, so there's certain limitations they have. But stories would be interesting if I think people would be open to looking at stories on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Hopefully, I think that they're gonna start rolling it out to a select few like in the next coming months. I think I read just the other day. So because everybody else has it, YouTube just launched theirs, so LinkedIn is next, I guess.
Sure. Well, I know they do have the ability to subscribe to a newsletter that they give out to certain people,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be cool to have that for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like anyone that you want to hear from, regardless of whether they've, you know, been through an approval process with LinkedIn. It would be really amazing to be able to say, yeah, I want to hear from you regularly. I don't want to miss something. So
Exactly.
they're working through it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll come around.
Now, what's one of your favorite LinkedIn success stories you can share with us today?
Oh man, I've had so many clients who had never really tapped into LinkedIn, and once we are able to really shift their messaging, because so much of the
Mm-hmm.
reason why people struggle is around messaging and the way that they communicate their value and communicate to their potential clients. But I've had people like enact tactics and close $15,000 sales like within a week. I had this one guy, Tony Cox. He came up to me at an event I was speaking at. He said, "Hey, I knew you were going to speak at this event, and so I went and I watched your one of your LinkedIn videos, and I followed exactly what you told me to do." And he said, I got like five new clients, and he said, "I'm so busy now that I had to stop my efforts because I'm at capacity." And so that was just cool, like having someone that I've never even
I
worked
love
with
that.
video and then take action and get results.
That's such a great story. Now, what do you have coming up in the near future?
Well, I did have an event coming up in April.
I know.
Push that back. So
Yeah.
I'll be running my high-end sales mastery event here live in San Diego in October. And it's 3 full days where you can spend with me being personally mentored on all things high-end sales, from packaging, pricing, messaging, all the way up to how to sell $50,000 packages over the phone. So we're going to be walking people through that process over 3 days right here in San Diego.
That's excellent.
You can go to highendsalesmastery.com for more info.
Okay, perfect. I'm actually going to put all these links in the show notes so that everybody can follow you online and check out your events. And now that you did say something about the sales just now, I did read another one of your testimonials where I think the woman was on a plane and she got a text.
Yes.
$75K through text or something like that. Is that right?
So it was funny because a lot of my clients, some of them are, but a lot of them are not in the money-making business, and so are money-making or wealth creation business, right? They focus on health and wellness, or they focus on leadership or whatever. And we were at my retreat, and she leaned over and she was like, "Hey, Jessica." I'm like, "Yes." She said, "So I closed a $75,000 deal on the plane ride over here." And I said, "Well, what are you talking about?" "Yeah, I had a guy reach out to me. I told him I was going to land in a couple hours and I could talk." And he was like, "No, let's just text now." And she closed the deal over Wi-Fi in the air, $75,000 deal flying to my retreat.
That's amazing. I love that story. Like, oh my gosh, that's just so amazing. Now, where can everybody...
Cool.
I know, like through a text, and then it's like, hats off to you, like that's just such an incredible story. And the fact that she waited a couple of minutes to even share it with you.
You waited a day.
Oh, it was a day.
Tell me, because it's not her nature, and it's not. That's fine. Not everybody is of that mindset, and some people are just different when it comes to money. And
exactly.
It was still. I was like, "You got to tell us!" And I yelled at everybody. I'm like, "Listen up!" And because all my private clients were there, I said, "Listen up, tell your story," so that we could all celebrate her.
That's so incredible. I love success stories. Like, I just love reading them and seeing them and everything. Now, where do you spend most of your time online besides LinkedIn? Where can everybody find you?
Mostly on LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn. I do some Facebook. When I do post some things on YouTube as well. So those are the 3 main platforms, but LinkedIn's primarily where I like to spend my time.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on my show today. I really appreciate it. And you guys listening, I will have all of Jessica's links to find her online and her events in the show notes, so please be sure to check those out. Any last remarks for today's show? Anything else you want to share?
That's it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Have a great day.
Bye.
Your time is so valuable, and I really appreciate you carving out a little piece of your day to listen to today's episode. If you liked this one, please share it with someone who you feel needs to hear this message. And don't forget to tag me at The Happy Workaholic on Facebook and Instagram so I can feature you on my stories. Listening on Apple Podcasts? I would love it if you would leave me a review on today's show. Your input means so much and also helps me create more of the content you'll love. Want to continue today's conversation? You can join us in the Happy Workaholic Network Facebook group. Simply answer the questions and you're in. For more information on myself and to get the latest in business, LinkedIn, organizing, and podcasting news, sign up to receive my weekly newsletter at thehappyworkaholic.com. I hope that your day continues to be happy, healthy, positive, and productive, and I'll talk to you again soon.